So a little while back, I showed you guys the NERSA trade show coverage where they show a bunch of new RCs, and there at the CEN booth was this truck, the new Ranger MSRT, and this thing absolutely stood out. It looks absolutely awesome, and I'm really psyched to get one in here to show you guys. So this is part of their DL series. We've seen a bunch of lifted trucks from CEN, the F250, the F450, and now we've got the drop trucks. This 110 scale ready to run right here. Let's get it out of the box. There it is, RC drivers, a ready-to-run Ford Ranger MSRT. It's licensed. It's available in gray and the blue that you saw on the box art, but man, they nailed the shape of this body. The Ford Ranger, it's a factory lowered truck built up for street performance, and I think this truck here is going to be a lot of fun to drive. So, shape of the body, absolutely killer. Love the lines on this. But it's a little lacking in detail. I think CEN could have went ahead here and given us a molded grille in the front and even light buckets so we could put LEDs in there. And same with the taillights. Those are just decals, guys. And for something this detailed as far as the shape of the shell, I'm a little bummed out that they didn't do that, and they didn't give us clear windows either, and they didn't get rid of the body posts. But on the upside, it is an MSRT truck, and there's aren't just mass replicated in the RC world. So if you gotta have one, it is a pretty cool looking truck overall. And under the hood's gonna look pretty familiar. So this is your DL series chassis here. They've got stamped metal frame rails on this, a little bit shorter than what we're used to seeing with the F250, F450. And that's just to get the wheelbase down to fit the MSRT body. Still got the metal shock perches and then the universal front and rear bumper that has the trailer hitch in it. Simple servo mount up front. There's your battery box. It'll accept 2S, 3S LiPo batteries, probably around 5,000 milliamp, easy to access with the Velcro straps. And you got a receiver box here to protect the receiver, stuff that we've seen before. Suspension, we've got short oil-filled shocks with threaded preload collars on it. The front feels nice and soft. The rear, thicker oil from what it feels like. I don't know if we just have a sticky O-ring in the shock there. Actually, yeah, just the O-rings need to seat themselves a little bit. We're gonna be rocking this thing on the street, driveway, parking lots. I think it'll probably work fine for just scooting around. As you can see down below here, we do have metal links front and rear. It's a 3-link setup with a pan hard bar, both front and rear. So they're kind of reusing a lot of parts throughout this to keep costs down probably, and probably make part support a bit easier. Metal steering links too. And then the wheels and tires. That's part of the suspension. So they've got the K-forged wheels on this. Fury Country Hunter tires. And yeah, that's more of a street tread. No foam inserts on the inside. And these tires are just glued to the wheels, so you can't go throw them in there. So we'll have to see how these grip into the driveline. The transmission has kind of a neat feature to it. It's actually a 2-speed transmission. However, you have to manually change it by taking the transmission apart and flipping the gear around to get that higher ratio for quote unquote competition speed. But right out of the box, it should give you a pretty good cruising speed. Ball bearings on the inside. You just got dog bones down to the front and rear axles, metal gears inside the axles, and it's a planetary diff type of setup. So it actually spins pretty free. They don't have any grease in here, and you can't really pack grease in there unless you find some really sticky stuff to slow the action down on the differentials. That could cause a little bit of an issue in your high-speed turns. But let's see what else. Aluminum motor plate, slipper clutch in there. Into the electronics, brush motor setup, 550 size motor in this, 17,000 RPM. And then that's getting power from this Hobbywing 1060 speed controller. Waterproof, has a T-plug on it, so when you get a battery pack, make sure it's got a T-plug. And then they've got a Savox servo. And to control everything, they've got their AMP30 radio system, which we've seen before, kind of a basic radio. Has some digital trims on it. It'll get the job done. All your paperwork, such as your manual, aftermarket part sheet, radio, and then some decals, and some basic tools. Now I'm gonna throw a 2S battery pack in here, head outside, and just drive around my neighborhood. So decided to switch things up and head over to the local park. Just a few more spots to run around over here. And I thought the basketball court would be a nice spot to show you how fast this thing goes. And that's it, guys. That is top speed out of the box right there. For a performance truck, it's not lighting things up, but for cruising speed, just enjoying the look of the truck, I guess that's totally fine. So I am just on a 2S pack, and with that speed controller, you can run a 3S pack. It's got a, you know, shorten the life of that brush motor a little bit, but that's just the perfect excuse to go brushless, right? There's full steering, so it turns pretty tight. A lot of tire chatter out of those tires. Look at that thing just bouncing around. I'm not sure if they got the stance right on this. I mean, this thing is pretty high off the ground. Maybe the body needs to be lowered a little bit. Maybe drop the suspension down a little bit too. So that thing is just slammed to the ground. That's what it needs to be. That's what I expect out of the Ranger RT. I don't know why, but I just had to drive it on turf. And look at this. We got a little slide in those tires now, so it's not just chattering. This is pretty cool. It's almost like a little drift in the corners. That's pretty neat. I like that CEN is just finding their own niche in the hobby, giving us something cool from the full-scale world, something that, you know, maybe we wouldn't be able to get on our own, like the lifted trucks, and just having fun with them just on an RC scale. Because they're reusing that DL platform, there's already a bunch of option parts out there, so if you do go mod this thing with some more power, you can step it up with a bunch of aluminum parts too. All right, I saw the stairs. Gotta drop down the stairs. Oh, there goes that front bumper for sure. Just a couple little scrapes on the lip, not so bad. This is how I'm looking at this one, RC drivers. This is an RC model hobby, and this is a really good base for a build-up project. I mean, I really like that they went out, got the licensing for the Ranger, gave us something cool looking, and yeah, it's different. It's actually a bit more fun out in the dirt. I mean, I know this is more of a street truck, but this is where it's at. This is where that tall suspension really works. Oh yeah, we're getting sideways now. You don't even see that chatter from the body. This is fun. This is where I could have some fun with this truck stock out of the box. And finally, let's talk about the price on this. $429.99, and for a four-wheel drive truck, we got steel ladder frame here, open differentials, and most importantly, the licensing of this Ford body, licensed Fury tires, licensed KG1 wheels, all that, you know, kind of adds up here. And for $429, I think it's worth it to the right person, the person that's into Fords, that wants something different. This thing does look cool, is a lot of fun, and can be a lot more fun with some mods. Let me know your thoughts on the truck, and you can find links for this in the video description.